Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm finally uploading the iceberg video. It took months for me to make it. I'm sorry that it took so long. I promised it about 2 months ago or something. And if you don't know how iceberg videos works, it's pretty simple. You just have an iceberg and every stage it's getting more and more weird or less known facts, or maybe both of those. And the last stage might get creepier and creepier, I don't know. This iceberg is basically a mix out of two I found on Reddit and some things you guys said. Here are those two icebergs I saw. Congrats to those two guys, of course. And thanks to every single one of you who commented Fortnite myths and everything. And yeah, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video with your friends and family, if they of course like Fortnite. And I would say let's begin. The first thing, the bunkers. That's pretty easy to handle because in season 18, that was before the original iceberg was made, we saw for what the bunkers were made. It was to get back to the loop, to get back to the bridge out of the loop, and that's why the IO had created them. Zapatron is this mythical gun basically at this point that you can even play in Save the World. Save the World is pretty underrated, by the way. And it just shoots with energy weapons. I don't know how it works, but it was pretty overpowered. And we have this one friend's clip of someone using it. I kind of think that the clip's fake because there's only one or two on the entire internet, but it was only in the game for like 2 hours. So I think that explains a lot. The 7. The main part of the Fortnite storyline, they have destroyed the Chapter 1 island because they just wanted to do it, and they were fighting against the IO in Chapter 3 Season 2, and they are probably all dead by this point. Rocket riding. Rocket riding was in the first seasons of Fortnite a bug, but the community liked it so much that Fortnite just implemented into the game and made it a feature. That's just one of the times Fortnite listened to its followers and viewers. Bears vs. Gnomes. That is an awesome storyline. It went from chapter 2 to chapter 3 a little bit. It was in chapter 2, season 2, the most present. I even have an achievement for the storyline. It was like this. In chapter 2, season 2, the Bears fight against the Gnomes. They made a peace treatment. After that, an evil gnome killed a few gnomes actually with some green slurp juice. And after that, that guy was killed. And he was foundable as a statue in chapter 3 season 1 in this one garden area next to Sleepy, I don't know what the name anymore, Sleepy Sound. And at this big mansion there was a statue of him. And after that, I think that you can find him now in the chapter 4 iceberg, where the Tilt Tower's the clock tower is hidden. So he had a pretty interesting storyline, and luckily the bears and gnomes are not friends. That was also visible in chapter 2 season 3. Kevin and #FreeFortnite. Kevin and #FreeFortnite aren't even related, don't ask me why. But Kevin just appeared out of nowhere. There's this conspiracy that states, they let Kevin spawn when Ninja and Tfue were right next to that location because they were the biggest Fortnite streamers in the world, and it was all on purpose and everything. I think that it makes sense because basically they made Fortnite big for Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. So I think that makes a lot of sense. We of course have Free Fortnite. Free Fortnite was an event made by Epic Games because they sued Apple and Google because they said, yeah, you made a monopoly and everything, and you had to score 10 points at a tournament. You would get 1 point for every 60 seconds of hiding, and I scored about 22 only, but I got the skin, and the skin is basically just Apple and evil. I don't know. Midas Death. In Chapter 2, Season 3, we had the shark. That shark just ate Midas, but he always comes back. He's basically William Afton at this point, the William Afton of the Fortnite storyline. And he will always come back. People like him for that. I don't know anymore. I thought that he is a cool storyline character, but they milked him at this point. He's just a cash cow for them. We have the Shadow Midas skin, the Midas Rex skin, the normal Midas skin, we have the female Midas skin, and I think there's even more. I don't know anymore. Jonassy ate Peewee. Why have I written Jonassy eats Peewee? That refers to the Chapter 1 Season 9. Yeah, Chapter 1 Season 9 trailer, and that we were able to see a Bananas movie, which implied that Jonassy survived about 10 years, according to his beard grow, in this bunker by just eating Peewee. Double pump removal. Double pump was removed because it was way too OP, and it was a glitch like rocket riding, but rocket riding these days, nobody's doing that, but double pump was just way too overpowered. You kill an entire squad within seconds with 2 pump shotguns in your inventory. It was way too overpowered, and that's why they took it out of the game. Fable cut off Dire's tail. This refers to Season 6 loading screens, etc., in that you were able to see that the wolfskin Dire his tail is on Fable's coat, and that implies that she either killed him or just cut off his tail to make fun of him, which is just an old story, an old fairy tale in reverse, which is kind of funny. Vaulting event was rigged. To this day, some people are stating that the vaulting event was actually rigged. I have to say, it wasn't. Stop crying, it's been 2 years. God damn it. And yeah, the Tommy gun won because it was the better weapon for the people. And that's how it ends, guys. It's been 2 years. Maybe even more. Maybe it's even 3. I don't know anymore. The Kraken. The Kraken was visible on the Chapter 1 Season 8 adventure card map thing, I don't know. And since then, every season, the people are saying, the Kraken is coming, the Kraken is coming. It was mostly visible in Chapter 2 Season 3 because the people always say, we have so much water now, the Kraken is coming, the Kraken is coming. And yeah, it will never end. It's just kind of a running gag at this point because every person that knows Fortnite knows that it is just fake. Collapse are canon. It actually is like that because, for example, in Chapter 2 Season 4, the entire season is still canon to the storyline, and every single collab is canon. It refers to the IO maybe wanting to bring people to the island to see who is the best possible IO guard, or who is the best possible person for a fight against something or someone. We still don't know. We'll eventually find it out, I think. Gnome Gun. The Gnome Gun is a test weapon made by the Fortnite developers. It's just one of those weapons they forgot to take out of the game files, and leakers were able to just take it out of the game files and use it in Season 50. It was shortly removed after. Trochosaurus. Trochosaurus was first added in Chapter 1. He was a running gag, but in Chapter 2 he miraculously survived the black hole. He's stranded on the coast of the Chapter 2 map. He was for a little bit underwater, and I think at the end of Chapter 2 he started to stand again. But in Chapter 3 we weren't able to find him, but they started rebuilding him in Chapter 3, Season 3, I think. But in Season 4 they completely forgot him out, and he probably died once again. I'm so sorry for my poor fella, but it's just sad. And he just stands there watching how this island vanished too. Golden mushroom. There was a 1 in 1 million possibility. I think it was 1 in 1 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. Possibility to find a golden mushroom in Weeping Woods in Chapter 3, Season 2. Legends say that it is still possible. No. The golden mushroom was taken out of the game. Bold glitch. This refers to a glitch that haunts the Fortnite storyline. Fortnite since many years. If you use some weird item combination, it might lead to your skin not having any hair anymore. It just turns into The Rock, basically. Rifts. Rifts are just interdimensional portals to another realities, but on the Fortnite Zero Island, they aren't working like that. They will just teleport you into the air, which is pretty weird. The Infinity Blade was a collab. This refers to the Infinity Blade coming from the game Infinity Blade. Who would have thought that? That is actually a game made by Epic Games, and I, for a long time, did not know that this was actually real. But if you go to the Epic Games website, it even says to you, games made by Epic Games Infinity Blade, and it's just one of Epic Games games. Season channel. This refers to the live event countdown that we were able to see in Season 17. There were multiple TVs. One showed the live event countdown, like I already said, and other TVs showed a weather warning that a snowstorm would come. You can see it in the background right here. And it is about the Season 7 live event in which the Ice King turned the entire island into snow. That's why those existed. Deadpool minigame. That's something I did not know actually. In Season 12 there was a minigame that you could play if you went to the Deadpool computer. You can see it on the background. And it is just a snowboarding game. It's pretty fun, I think. I was never able to play it because I just did not know that it existed. I thought, yeah, it's just to see the challenges, how far you are with the challenges. I was wrong. They should bring out a Fortnite minigame collection. Secret third default dance style. Sound. There was this old original default dance sound, which is much better than the two we have today. It was you can hear it in the background. Today it is just yeah. I think that explains a lot. But the mushroom. That's a mushroom that was on the Chapter 2 island multiple times. For example, in Chapter 2, Season 3, he was visible in... No, it was Season 2. In Weeping Woods. After that, he was visible underwater. He disappeared. But after Madcap came to the island in Chapter 2, Season 8 as an NPC. There were 2 of those dancing mushrooms. If you gave him wood, he would dance with you and give you health in Chapter 2, Season 2. But in Chapter 2, Season 8, they just wouldn't move anymore. They were just there as a fun decoration and a fun little Easter egg. Camcard Relics, the 7. That is about an old Fortnite theory that states that the 7 were the owners of Camp COD, Camp Call of Duty, and they just brought relics from the old Chapter 1 island to that location because it had something that normally you couldn't get because the island exploded and turned into a black hole, so yeah. Since getting the stuff from a black hole should be normally impossible for normal people, the people thought that it might be owned by the Seven. A Seven member lives here, and it probably is only owned by the asshole Bunker Genesis. Flamethrower. These days, the flamethrower is an actual upcoming item. We got some new files in chapter 4. I will show you guys those. And there was also an original version of that, but about that we can talk later. The God Gun. The God Gun was a developer Fortnite weapon that can destroy everything in one single hit. It might even kill enemies in one single hit. It is absolutely overpowered, but that's why it is a test weapon and only developer can use it. Tesla totems. To this day, after looking through the entire internet, I have absolutely no clue what they meant with Tesla totems. Is it some kind of Tesla Cybertruck combined with a totem of undying from Fortnite? Minecraft? I have no clue. Does it refer to the old Maya buildings or whatever that was in? I think it was season 7, 8. I have no clue what this refers to. If anyone knows it, please tell me it and I will pin your comment. Midas is secretly Oro. That was one of the biggest clickbait titles in season 12 and everything else. This refers to an old theory which states Midas is Oro because they have the same eye scar. Don't ask me why. Opening 33 llamas in one round. What? Opening 3 llamas in one round unlocks the bright bag. That refers to another type of clickbait in chapter 1, which stated, like you heard, if you open 3 llamas in one round, you get the bag. It wasn't true. It just wasn't true, and yeah, it was just clickbait back in chapter 1. Peely Cult Ritual. This refers to the season 8 loading screen, which shows Peely sacrificing their king into the volcano. If you look at it in retrospect, that wasn't even possible because if you were in the volcano, you will float up. So I don't know what they were cooking, but definitely not something good. Star Wand's True Power. This refers to a glitch which was discovered when the Star Wand was first added into Fortnite. This is also why the Sweater are still using this item, because they want its old power back. I don't know, just don't ask me. And in the background you can see a video by CypherPK in which he shows how overpowered the weapon is. Odds of Meowskills and Kid. According to some Reddit posts, it is really unlikely that Kid and Meowskills are male. Just don't ask me. According to the Reddit post, it's because of the 2 X chromosomes. It would equal a female, but that would make Kid and Meowskills female, but they aren't, which is super rare. It's 0.01%. and 0.01% times 0.01% is the chance of them two being male. Jonassy knows everything that will happen. That old bunker Jonassy went around the map in chapter 2 season 6. You had to land at 100 locations. That's what it felt like for me. I have an old video in which I talked to the NPC. He could spawn at 3 locations, or he just didn't spawn in a round, and it's stupid. I don't know why they did that. And yeah, if you talk to him, he just gave you some story information which were pretty cryptic. I worked for them. Who? Explain, please. He just said no. Why? Why? It was so useless to do that. It's unbelievable. I don't know why they did that. It's so freaking useless. Why? The 0 point isn't redacted. That refers to the old theory which got crushed, like me crushing Dr. Stone with my Mac in this background video at the redacted bunker. Yeah, the theory got crushed after we found out that there was just an old IO base, which the IO reactivated, and the 0 point was just under the main island. Like always, it's once again under the main island. You can see it. It's always there because it just builds the iron island around it. So it's just the island is just a protection, like the loop. So yeah, it's always just in the middle of the island. Smashed logo at Steam Stacks. That's one of the stupidest points, and I have to say it because I looked through the entire internet and I wanted to know why. But it refers to the towers looking on the Fortnite map that people have drawn. It looks like the Smash logo, and I just needed 10 minutes to figure out what they meant by that, because there wasn't any resemblance for me. Now I see it because I looked it up multiple times, but it just so stupid. I don't get what people thought while writing this point. It's so weird. 5th stage, fire in chapter 1. This refers to the original flamethrower. Yes, they worked on a flamethrower in chapter 1, and it's pretty broken. And thanks to the Twitter account Lost of Fortnite, I got this clip of the flamethrower. They allowed me to use it in this video. Thanks a lot once again. And today, like I said in chapter 4, they are also working on a flamethrower. So they never forgot to work about it. So it's one of the best points. And supply drop grenade. Yeah, that's another old Fortnite test item. Like the loot lamp, also only alive. Like the beehive and vacuum grenade. The beehive was attacking the save the world zombies. I forgot their name. Husks. And if you could just throw it down, but it never became a real item because it is pretty weird. But Save the World really has some weird items, so I don't know. I'm more shocked that it isn't in the game than it is in the game. So yeah, I don't know. Vacuum grenade. It would it would suck people to you and bring people into your direction. It is stupid because he can, while you throw the grenade, just headshot you. It's so useless. It's so stupid. I don't know. They just wanted to do that, and old school Fortnite was different than today's Fortnite. Today, multiple hundreds of people are building, but back then nobody was building. The most things they did was just build one wall. Loot llamas are only alive because of aliens. This point refers to the loot llamas coming to starting to run around in chapter 2 season 7, and they are still today. And we still don't know why that happened, and we can see the imposter game mode, rest in peace by the way, that the IO is manufacturing the loot llamas. But why are they alive? It's probably some voodoo 0 point magic or anything. I still don't know it. I want to know why, because that's a good point. But if the aliens had something to do with that, the last realities would still be on the island. Fish stick is a cannibal and profits of it. Yeah, that's actually true in the Fortnite storyline. Multiple people are cannibals, by the way. For example, Jonassy is a cannibal. Yeah, we also come to that point in a little bit. And yeah, he just sells fish while he's a fish. And he fries fish. And that is actually true, like I said, because in Sleepy Sound in chapter 3, you could see how he actually used the bake emote, I think, in his restaurant. So yeah, he actually fries fish. So he's a cannibal and profits of it. 6th stage. Icon Series outfits escaped the game and became real. According to that point, if it was true, Fortnite doesn't exist, but if it was true, it would say, yeah, Cypher PK was Cypher PK is from the Fortnite Island and escaped the Fortnite Island. It's so stupid. And escaped the Fortnite Island, came to the real world, took a fake name, started a family, And after that made it's so stupid, made videos about the video game he flat he flat out. It's so stupid. I don't get it. What? Who wrote this theory? I don't know. Yeah. Bot lobbies are used for testing sentient AI. Thank you. This refers to bot lobbies, the normal bot lobbies, because the AI in Fortnite, the IO guards, for example, were able to use ziplines in Chapter 3, and today's AI is also able to use much more. So I don't think that it is true, but I think that it is kind of a testing area, and Epic Games just sees the stats. Oh, how well are the bots doing? For example, in this chapter or season, bots can rift their way every time you play bot lobbies. It's just stupid. It's just super annoying. And yeah, they actually have a program to give the bots some abilities, and the rift ejector ability is the one that they use the most. So it's pretty stupid, just to annoy the players and let them play more. So yeah, the golden ticket. This refers to two things actually, because throughout the seasons we had two things that this referred to. Chapter 2 Season 3, Crazy Taxi LTM. I once talked about it on my Twitter, and this refers to a golden ticket you would get when you use the taxi. You could just drive through golden tickets. You had to collect those items, and the person that had the most, I think, at the end of the game, won the game. It was one of the stupid LTMs that were actually pretty fun. So I want this to return. Epic Games, please. I don't want any more Battle Royale game mode LTMs. I mean, the ones that they make with this creative game mode. They are all useless and stupid. And the other point this refers to is the golden ticket. If you used it in Chapter 1, it never came out. It never came out actually, but if you used it, your entire squad would be revived and you would be thrown out of the battle bus again, together with your entire squad. It was supposed to be a mythic item, and I think that it would have been a game changer, but that was before they even added reboot fans, so yeah. Green vertex. This refers to a bug and glitch that was in Fortnite multiple times, which led people to speculate that Fortnite had originally planned to add a green vertex edit style. The last time there was a glitch, there was a green and yellow vertex style visible, and before that we were able to multiple times see a green and yellow vertex glider that never came to the game. I don't know what they are planning. Bus driver's real identity. This refers to the bus driver's real identity. Who would have thought that? And this question was actually answered in Chapter 1 and 2, but after that the question came back, because in Chapter 1 and 2 the bus driver is an IO guard. This was seen because of Chapter 2 Season 7 Imposter LTM that they destroyed with the end of Chapter 2, I think, or beginning of Chapter 3 Season 2, and we were able to see that the battle bus is owned by the IO. So yeah, that was convenient at that point. But after that, who is driving the battle bus now? There are no 7, and I don't think that one of the 7 would have driven the Chapter 3 battle bus or the Chapter 4 battle bus. We don't know. I don't think that it was any one of the 7. Let's see if we find it out someday. Maybe this chapter, maybe not. We'll see. We are not in a simulation. This refers to Chapter 2 Season 2. In Chapter 2 Season 2, the hut glitched in the live event to show, yeah, this might be a simulation. And in Chapter 2 Season 2, we were also teleported to John Jones's office in the bridge. So that's what it refers to. And Fortnite isn't a simulation. We know that. It's maybe a construct of the 0 point, but not a simulation. The 7 has an extra member. This refers to the original point of the visitor, of a scientist being the visitor from the past. Yeah, it's complicated. Because one of the original Season X tapes said, you, me, us, and yeah, people, that led to people thinking, yeah, the 7 are just the same person. And after that, in Chapter 2, we learned, no, they aren't, so it would mean the seven celebrities? No, just joking. It would mean that the scientist and the visitor are just the same person, but they aren't. They just even have different voice actors. I think we never had the visitor speak, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter at this point. Fortnite horror game. This point refers to the original idea of wanting to turn Fortnite into a horror game. The early versions of Fortnite also looked much creepier, but some horror elements survived the cartoon change, basically. For example, there is a house that is rumored to be a murder house in one of the Save the World regions, and that's pretty creepy. And besides that, we also sometimes had legends, myths, etc. and YouTube videos would state, hey, in that garden area or in that forest you can hear creepy sounds, don't go there. And I will not look it up, I don't want this video to get age restricted. And that was the final point. Thanks a lot for watching this YouTube video. It took me super long to make this. I had promised it for 2 months, but yeah, that's finally it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends, family, if they play Fortnite, and if they are interested. So, I hope I see you guys in the next YouTube video. And goodbye!